All right, standing tall. Shh. And let's do a little bit of stretch. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, stretch your right arm, lift your left heel. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, stretch your left arm, lift your right heel. Exhale, come down to center. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, bring your arms down, staying standing tall. Larissa, you might want to sit. How about you sit and not spend energy on stand? Larissa got her COVID shot yesterday. All right, let's do some breathing. Create your rib cage. So we have new people who have not done any of this. So relax your arms for a second. So there's two different kinds of breathing exercises that we do. Both of them are good for you. Both of them they each have different impact, and different value. When I say inhale through the top of your head, obviously you can't inhale through the top of your head, and nor can you exhale through the bottoms of your feet. That's visualization. You're imagining as if the air is doing that. And what that helps you do is really connect with your body. It's a yoga meditation, and it really helps you connect. The other kind, which we're going to do today, is body mapping, which is how your body actually works. And I was shocked at the workshop where I learned this, because the instructor, who is a master conductor, said, so what moves first? Go ahead, Liz. Walk right in front of the Zoom. Okay, it doesn't matter. He said, so what's the first thing that expands when you inhale? And everybody said lungs. And he said, no, if you look at a CT scan, if you look at an X-ray, yeah, and Louisa, feel free to move so that you can see. If you look at an X-ray and slow it down, your ribs are actually moving. Your ribs are making space for your lungs to expand, which is why we start with the ribs. We don't feel it. It happens so fast. And in fact, our brain is so fast, and I've read this and it makes my head hurt, that when you lift your arm up, your brain has started lifting your arm up before you think about the fact that you want to lift your arm. Go deal with that. Yes. And so if you really focus, you can sort of feel your ribs start to move. And that's the goal as we do this, because we start with a rib cage. And so you should have your sternum and then the floating ribs. And it's just like this, parallel to your own body. And then we do the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle that connects to the sternum, goes behind the lungs, and connects down yonder somewhere. Hips. She does bones. We cannot feel our diaphragms. We can feel the effect of our diaphragms. So when we do a body mapping of our diaphragm, it's just helping send our consciousness there, so we're aware of what's happening. The third thing that happens is your abdominal walls expand, and that you can decide to expand your abdominal walls. And often if you're running out of air and you want to continue a phrase and you push your belly out, you can make your air last a little longer, because physics won't terrify you with physics. And finally, your pelvic floor descends. And those last two are ones that we can really control. And the more you can control them, the more air you can bring into your lungs. The more air you can bring to your lungs, the happier you are singing, especially at altitude. So make your rib cage. And when the ribs move, they move out like this, which means you don't need to do that, because it's just your ribs, because your arms don't move when you inhale, right? Okay, and inhale. And exhale. Really focus on what your ribs feel like. Inhale. And exhale. Barb, I'm pretty sure your ribs don't do that, but that's what your hands are. If they did, we'd be in trouble. One more. Inhale. Exhale. I lied. We're going to do one more, and really, really focus your attention on your ribs. Inhale. And you can almost feel them. Exhale. Move before you take your breath. Diaphragm. And the diaphragm flattens as we inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Focus your attention onto your back and exhale. And inhale. Good. Create your abdominal wall. Inhale. Inhale. Really relax those walls and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And pelvic floor. Inhale and relax that pelvic floor. Inhale. And exhale. Really focus your attention there. Inhale. This is not so much a push. Exhale as you get out of the way. And inhale. And exhale. Good. And I just want to make one more point about physiology. I don't know about today, but when I was growing up, probably from the age about 8 or 9, I was told to hold my stomach in because otherwise I will look fat. Hold your stomach in, tuck your butt under, and suck it in. I can tell you that you cannot sing that way. Okay, you cannot sing that way. So what you are being told, which is in today's language really body shaming, because our bodies are not meant to be sucked in and 2 inches thick, is also impeding your ability to breathe. And for those of us who are over 50, which is now only half of us, which is amazing, as you get older, retaining that lung capacity, retaining the flexibility of all these little soft tissues, bits that connect your ribs, that you stretch when you inhale, is essential. It's essential to physical well-being. It's essential to physical health. And it's essential to cognitive health. Your brain uses a huge amount of oxygen. If you are tucking and sucking everything in and breathing with 1/3 of your lungs, you are depriving your brain of oxygen. Tell your math teacher that when you don't do well on your exam. Joking, because that's stereotypical, but it's important. Breathe and don't worry that your stomach is popping out when you do it, because it's really important. Okay, I would like to do, hey, Jan.
Hi.
So Carol's not here today. This is Liz. She was here last week.
Yes.
Yes, she's going to sing alto 1
Okay.
with the 4 of you,
Oh, okay.
assuming Jessica will be here, assuming Larissa makes it past the first 15 minutes.
No, I can do it.
She can do it. She can do it. All right. Another alto 1. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You're going to sit next to Liz. Next to Liz. Okay. So this is beat, 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 beat. 1 sh per beat. Here we go. Shh, 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 shh. And pause. And notice when you do that, your abdominal walls kind of contract. This is 2 per beat. Shh, 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 shh. 3 per beat. Shh, shh, shh. 4 per beat. Okay, now I'm not telling you. You're just going to shush and watch this hand and change accordingly. If you make a mistake, a lightning bolt comes down or opens up. Here we go. Good breath. Shh. 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 Focus on the abdominal walls. Shh. 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 If your abs hurt tomorrow, you'll know why. Hum. Here we go. Some beautiful sound. Come over the top. Relax the shoulders. Make an appointment with you for a private lesson. Make space. Come over the top. Good. Make space. Feel like inside of your mouth there's room for a bubble or a ball. If I say something that you don't understand, you have to ask me. If you, I mean, you may be able to figure it out, but if you don't ask, I won't know that you don't know. So we're going to go. Good breath. Nice. No starting page. Over the top. Don't push it, but just make more space. Not picking on you, it's just I hear you right here. Here we go. Good. And down. There it is, right on it. Bravo. And down. Yeah, so if I say go over the top, if you go, I'm exaggerating, but even a little bit, you're usually not quite there. It's a little bit flat. I can hear it even if you don't. If you go over the top, you're more likely to hit it accurately. Here we go. Lovely. Beautiful. And down. And stand tall, relax your jaw. One more time. Make it buzz, make your lips buzz a little bit. If it gets too low, drop out. One more time. Here we go. Breathe if you need to. If I'm pausing, it means it's not in tune. Take a better breath. Breathe low. Okay. Does everybody hear it going? Raise your hand if you cannot hear it. Don't be embarrassed. Okay, everybody. Leslie? Okay. So when it sounds like, it's because the sound waves are not lining up. They're banging against each other. And so what we're hearing is really quick pulses of the sound waves banging against each other. If you think of waves in the ocean, right, when one's going out and one's coming in and they kind of knock against each other, that's what's happening. So this is low for many of us, not everybody. It's low for some of us. Relax your jaw. Make as much of this area buzz as you can. Here we go. There it is. I'm going to stay here till it stops buzzing. If you need to take a break, take a break. Okay? The way we sing in tune, and next week and possibly in 2 weeks, Neely's not going to be here, so we're going to be singing unaccompanied. And so the only way we learn to sing in tune unaccompanied is by singing in tune unaccompanied. And yeah, and it's like, how do you run fast? You learn how to run fast by running fast. You know, that it is. And the only way you can do it, if you could go into your brain and turn something to adjust the tuning, we would learn how to do that. But we fortunately cannot, or unfortunately, as the case may be. But if you let your brain listen, it will want to get in sync. because everybody here is musical enough that they're going to want to do it. So never have the thought, guilty, well, I'm in tune, to let everybody else fix it. Always assume it's you and let your brain do its work. Relax the jaw, make this buzz. Beautiful. Good. Stand taller. Wonderful. Last one. Close. Here we go. Good. Can I have a B flat, please? So, yeah. It was, how low did we go? F. Good. Yeah, F is good. Have a seat. Have a seat. Okay. So, and we'll do some high stuff. So, no, because you wrote me at most 10 minutes, and I'm looking at it going, I don't think I did more than that. Is she complaining that we spent too much time on high notes? Remember, you emailed me asking me if we could spend at most 10 minutes? No, I said whatever, at most 2 minutes. But I was like, I didn't think I spent too much time on the high notes. What you meant was more time on the high. And what I understood was too much time on the high notes. That's why we were going back and forth. Yeah, I know. You didn't understand. I didn't. I finally got it. But we will do one thing for the high notes, but after this. So for those of you who are wondering what the hands see, what I was doing with my hands, they're called Kerwin hand signals. I can do this. Kerwin hand signs. And what they are, everybody knows do a deer, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay. Those syllables were taken by somebody named Guido d'Arezzo. He's Italian. And there was a prayer in Latin. And the first word of each, the first syllable of each line was do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Domino. Yeah. And it went up by what we call the major scale. Yeah, it's really cool. And everybody knew that prayer, just like everybody knows do a deer nowadays. And so this was a way to teach people melodies. Instead of like going, okay, now you go up. Well, you could do accurately and know how far up to go once you learn the code. And so I learned it, I use it as nonverbal communication. It helps solfege, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and all that. Helps with intonation. It helps with learning. And so we practice it. If your head explodes, just chill. It'll be okay. Can I have a B flat again? Do. If you feel comfortable doing the hand signs, then do the hand signs and just making sure that both of us are in. If you want to do it right or left, either way or neither is fine. So we're just going to go up and down first time. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And down. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Refresh the B flat. Yeah, here we go. That's okay. Do. One more time, a little bit faster. And why don't you join us on the sol and on the do? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So now we're in tune. Where we go out of tune is on the way down. Do, small. Many of you know this already. It's good for your brain, even if you do. Louisa, can you see okay? Yeah. Okay, because I see you great. Tatiana can't see. I can see. Standing is good. If we can cut off Rachel. Into the woods, the toes, the stepsisters, and here we go. Ready? And here we go. Come back, come back. Yeah, we have new people. Shh. So I've been up since like 3. So my plan is to go without a break until I'm ready to pass out. If you need to pee, go pee. If you need to leave early, just leave early. Do what you need to do. Here we go. Do, re, do. Ready? Do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re. Octaves on the do every time we get there. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Re, do, re, isn't that a tune? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. There we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's do it on C sharp. Not C because C is really hard to tune. C is hard to tune, but I think the sopranos will be happier here. And the altos, it's good for you. Do, speeding it up a little bit, same thing. Here we go. Do, do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, part of what's going out of tune is do, do, oh, like Hebrew, like Latin, like French. Oh, do, okay, going to T. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, if we have a little bit less on re, it will also help it be more in do, re, do, re, do, re, do, re, re, or do. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re. Good. Oh, we ran out of do. Si, and we know you all can sing that note. Fia. So you don't want the yeah. E-ah. Can we all do E? Notice it's not E, right? E-ah. So we're going to open as slowly as we can, like pulling caramel. E, here we go. E-ah. Notice how big you have to open it, right? When we slow it down, you can really feel how big you open it. If you don't open it all the way, the top will not be a tube. C sharp again. Good breath. Good. You sit. Everybody else, please stand. And it's very important on the top, relax your knees. Okay, you relax your knees. You know those little puppet things that have strings in them, right? And you push the bottom and they collapse. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Yes, Ethan, Louisa, you know what I'm talking about? It's these little, yeah, okay. I watched, Liz, I know you're old enough to know. You're not 23. Yeah, I want to make sure everybody understands what I'm talking about. Mimi's there. There we go. Body, take a half step that way. Mimi, take a half step that way. There we go. Okay, so just relax as if somebody pushed the button a little bit. And up. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing. Here's what I'd like. You're changing notes, but you're not changing vowels, so you don't have to go he. Here we go. Lovely, a little faster. And feel free to swing your arms if you want. The higher we get, the lower your jaw needs to relax. Here we go. Lovely. Don't push it forward. I heard not everybody, some. If you drop your jaw, you will get to a point where you can't sing any higher, then just stop. Here we go. And okay, I'm still hearing a push on the top. Imagine that, remember we talked about visualization? Imagine that the sound is sliding up. It doesn't need to go, it doesn't need to go there. It needs to go up. If you sing Broadway, some people on Broadway do that! And it sounds really, yeah, right? And it sounds, to me, to my ear at least, it sounds very unpleasant. But that's not what we do here in any case. Here we go. And up. Good. I want you to imagine that it's getting softer as we go up instead of louder. Same pitch. Better. And up. Relax your jaw more at the top. You're squeezing at the top. Here we go. Much better. And up. Make it softer at the top. Almost, not quite true. Take a frisbee, please. Imaginary frisbee. Throw the frisbee. Here we go. At this point, not a happy note for me. We have, and I'm trying. So you have to be, now, what did I do different? Tell me, what did I do different the second time? This time that sounded nice. What did I do different? So watch my mouth. I swallowed first, but I didn't start my palate, and my mouth was wider open on the feet, right? So start open. Do the feet. You can do it with your tongue. You don't need to do it with your face. Okay? Make that space. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ready? If you can't do it, it's fine. Feel free to sit down if you're done. It's good. Here we go. Really. Yeah, you know, we're not all soprano ones. There's a reason. Really? Here we go. And coming down. Yeah, that was high C. So for all you altos who tell me that you can't sing C above an octave above middle C, okay. Thank you, everybody. We are going to start with No One Is Alone. I know. I think. Ace lower. So No One Is Alone. We're going to start with No One Is Alone, and we're going to work on material that most of the people in the room have worked on, but we're going to work on it in a different way. Okay, so what I would like is we're going to sing from measure wherever we come in, 5 through measure 14. This time, Neely gets to play with you. If you've never heard this song and you don't read music, then just listen. It's easy to learn. Here we go. Give them their Fs. Ready? 3, 4. No intro. That was your pitch. No. Ready? Here we go. 3, 4. Off. Only beside you, still 3, 4, off, 2. 1, 2, 3, not truly. 2, 3, 4, no. Okay, if you don't have a pencil, there are pencils there. Can we speak, please, from the same place? And I want you to look at the text and notice what he wrote and what we're not going to do. Mother cannot guide you, period, full stop. Now you're on your own, period, full stop. Only me beside you, period, full stop. Still, you're not alone. We are not doing period, full stops, which we have discussed. All right. Mother cannot guide you. Please cross out those R's because I'm getting more and more R's. Mother cannot guide you. Yes, I blame Anthony Rapp. I blame Anthony Rapp. Brent, oh my gosh, he does really, it's become a fashion in Broadway. We listened, was it on HBO Max, the Les Mis that we listened to? Amazon Prime. There's a recording, concert recording. They had a break between a live performance and they were changing theaters. They did a 16-week run of a concert staging of Les Mis. Amazing and wonderful, and shocking how little we missed the staging. That it was so creative. It was so brilliant. They did things with the lights. It was. I don't want to wreck it for you, but if you have Amazon Prime, you know somebody who has Amazon Prime. Watch it. I was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. It flew by. It flew by, and stay for the stuff after it's over. It's totally worth it. But in listening to them, first of all, nary an R to be found in 2 hours and 45 minutes. The end consonant's so light. So, and this is they're in West End, which is London's equivalent of Broadway, and they don't do what the Broadway actors do today, which is these really heavy R's. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. Yeah, listen to the most recent Oklahoma, which I hate. Okay, so cross out mother. Mother cannot guide you. Your, cross out the R. Your, only me beside you. Still your, not alone. Get rid of the no one is alone. Truly has an R, but it's truly, not truly. Yeah, very light R. Okay, listening to you speaking in rhythm from measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mother cannot guide you. Off. 2. Now you're on So one more time. Now you're on your own. Cross out those R's. Okay, so here's what I heard. I heard, mother cannot guide you. Full stop. Now you're, which we talk about. Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own, right? It doesn't. It's a pause. I mean, how we always have pauses when we speak. It doesn't mean that we're done with our thought, right? We always have pauses when we speak. It doesn't mean we're done with it. Yeah. Versus we always have pauses when we speak. Yeah.
So in now you're on your own. So
Yeah.
in British English, we do pronounce those on.
Yes. Yes. But we do pronounce it, but I'm hearing if I leave it in, I'm going to get you're on your own. And I don't want your own. Your own. The R's will show up. They always do. Okay, speaking of those two bits. 1, 2, here you go. Mother cannot guide you. 1, 2, off, 2. Now you're on your own. 1, 2. Okay, so now I heard some people, now you're on your own. And it adds a syllable. Now you're on your own. Now you're on your own. Everybody, and. Now you're on your own. Off, 2. Those two things again. 3, 4. Mother cannot guide you. 1, 2. Why? Now you're on your own. Much better. Here we go. Pitches, please. So, Liz, you're with the alti. Front two rows are alto, back 2 rows are soprano. You all have people, and I'm going to shut this because everybody who's supposed to be here is here. All right, Neely's going to play with you this time. Just pitches. Here we go. 3, 4. 1, 2, off, 2. Now you're on your own. 1, 2, off. All right. For Liz, can we have just the alto? Here we go. Everybody singing alto. 3, 4. 1, 2, off. And now you're on your own. Just the alto. Off. Okay. So I'd like you to feel, please. Oh, mother cannot guide you. Now. You have to make something has to happen in your head to connect you and now. Otherwise, it becomes guide you. Now, guide you. Now. It's in your head. They think it's imaginary, but it's not. Here we go. Soprano, do you need to hear the soprano part once? Yeah, let's do soprano. Everybody on soprano one time. 1, 2, here we go. Imagine off jump. Lovely. Yeah, okay. So it's all the same thing except the last 2 notes. No piano. 3, 4. Mother can't guide you. Now you're on your own. Okay. Yes? Close. Mother cannot guide you. If you think you, it goes out of tune. There's no EWE there, no female sheep. Or as the Icelanders say, ships. The ships wander the hills in the summertime. Yeah. So, mother, you, can I hear? Ooh, everybody? I hear 1 EWE. I want oh. Listen how beautiful that sound is. Guide you. Very little Y. If you go, guide you, right? Guide you. Oh. The Y will happen by itself. Can I have guide you? Guide is beautiful. Can I have the B flat again, please? Fresh the B flat. Again. There we go. Mother cannot guide you. It's very small like T-T. Here we go. It's actually funny. Mother cannot guide you. Beautiful. Off and never on your own. Beautiful. And what got fixed, which I heard before, and I never want to hear again, now. Yeah. So if you jump off, this is what we need to do on this. This is not a hard song to sing. But if we get our unison to where it's like that all the way through, it's spectacular. All right, one more time, then we go on to the next bit. Here we go. 3, 4. Mother cannot guide you to jump off. Now you're on your own. Good, and starting again. Only be beside you. Off. Okay. Still, it's a fire. Yeah. Play it. Yeah, that's where it is. Right? Yeah. Everybody? Just the alto part. The second one needs to be higher than the first one, otherwise it's flat. Rachel is so happy. It's like they always go flat. Here we go. 3, 4. Okay, soprani. You're not getting that. Think of the last one a little bit higher because you're shorting it by a little bit. Both parts. Here we go. Okay. Here we go, alto. This part. Alti. Mouth open. If you start thinking this, it's going to get fat. Refresh the B flat for me. I was right. Oh, no, oh. Don't finish the syllable. Doesn't matter right now. Can you hear you're not in tune? That's where the problem is. Okay. Soprani. Soprani. Beautiful. Alti. You have this note, Sherry. You've sung this note. All right. I need to sip up here. So. Here we go. You know what measure it doesn't matter. Measure 9. 3, 4. Better. Don't sing that last note right now. You're singing the wrong note. Okay. Only me. Only me beside you. Still. Can everybody go? Less S. Less S. As little S as you can. A stitch in time saves none. The stitch doesn't matter. The I matters. All right, can you play with it? Only 3, 4. Only beside you. Better. Good. Back up to 5. And don't get surprised because it always seems like a surprise. Only me beside you. 2, still. Yeah? So don't be surprised. Here we go. 3, don't play. Beautiful. Thank you. Nice. Doesn't that sound nice? Okay, this is hard work, right? It's hard work, but the more we do it, the easier it gets. Oh, so much fun. Anyone can sing. Thank you. So we're not going to learn a new section of this. We're going to go back to the beginning. So we're doing a bunch of work on stuff that we're not going to sing, we're not going to perform until later in the season. But before we start really focusing on February 5th, which is our showcase, I want to establish some ground for this. And then we'll spend, probably 6 weeks or so focusing more on that music. And then when we come back to it, it will have been bubbling in your brains. And we'll come back to it and I'll go, oh my gosh, look how well I know this. So what I'd like us to do right now is speak the text from measure 5 through the top of page 9. We're just going to speak it because I want you to feel how these pieces of the poem connect. We can't work on everything at once. We have to work it on bits and pieces, but every now and then we have to do something that makes the whole make sense. Those of you who are not reading, fake it. You'll pick it up from the people around you. It's fine. You're not singing notes right now. We're not worried about it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing to the pain. You just open your mouth and give shape to a sound. 1, 2. Anyone can sing. Off. What is harder is to proclaim the soul, to give the voice broad, sonorous wings of solitude, grief, and celebrate. Turn the pain to prize the reluctant heart wide open, to witness defeat, suffer contempt, shrink, lose faith, retreat to the last dark one, only protect, and yet still open, yet still sing, and sing from that, and sing. That's it. That's it. Cool, right? Okay, and you can see how great. So this is, as we discussed, this is through composed. Nothing comes back. Through composed means that unlike no one is alone, where we have sections that come back, we have an A section, we have a B section, we have another A section. This takes the poem and actually sections of the poem that the composer chose, and it goes through in one piece. Valley is mostly through composed. So we don't have, like we have with Mozart, oh, I remember that melody. We sang that melody before. We have little snippets and pieces that come back. Good. Let's go back to the beginning. No, I was going between the sopranos and the altos. It's actually said, no. Yes, in soprano one, the is said twice. It goes soprano ones, the soprano ones and twos, the altos, the soprano ones, the, and then tattered. So it's the tattered. And if you think about the thes are tattered, right? They're tattered thes. Say that 5 times fast. All right, back to the beginning. Listening. Neely is going to play our melody from measure 5 until the bottom of page 4, and we're going to review that. Yes, please. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, that much. That much. Take it away this time, and then we'll go back and work on parts. And here we go, back in measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, off. One, split into parts. Good, and it's going to be sing. Yeah, it's going to be shorter. Sing. 1.5. It's going to be a dotted quarter note. Sing. What? But we have a retard and we have a tempo, so it's going to be watch me for the cutoff. All right, for those who don't know music vocabulary, well, we all sing the same notes. It's called singing in unison. Uni 1. You know vocabulary? Good. Checking. You vocabulary? Yes. Okay, good. If I say extraneous stuff, too bad. No, joking. Here we go. Can we just, so we're unison on the first page. Let's look at measure 9. Everybody's singing the alto. And Liz, if you get to measure whatever it is, 17, 15, and you go, I don't like singing that low G, then you know that you're not an alto too. Yeah, I'm just saying, when we go, can the last anyone can sing? They love singing that note. The rest of us, not so much. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Everybody on alto, if you don't know where that is, ask somebody to help you. 1, 2. You just open your and the alto is, yeah, you're gonna have to come up with everybody else. So, your mouth, please. You just open your mouth. Okay, one more time, everybody. Measure 9, alto part. 1, 2. Yeah, open your triplet beak. Everybody needs to do the triplet, so you might as well learn to do it now. Open your mouth. On. And give shape to us. 3, 4, off. 2. Good. Be careful. Anyone can. Anyone can sing. Good. Everybody on soprano 2. Soprano 2. Same rhythm when we all sing almost all the same rhythm, right? We have a little bit of difference here and there. She gives the alto a little fun stuff to do. It's homophonic. Single sound. 1, 2. Same as the alto here. 2, 1, 2. One can sing, it's a small interval. All right, alto and soprano 2. Soprano 1s, pick a part, any part, sing along. 1, 2. You just open your mouth. 2, 1. And give shape to us. 4, 1, 2. Beautiful. Just making sure you two are singing with the soprano 2s now. You should be singing soprano 2 and 3 part. Not you, Jan and Liz. Soprano 2. 3 part, you sing with soprano 2. Sing with what's behind you. Okay? Can I have just the soprano 2 section, which is Bart, Michal, Luisa, Lainey, Liz, and Jan. 5 points for me. Here we go. Michal is leaving. Next week is her last rehearsal, but Carol will be back. Here we go. Soprano 2s. And remember that this is one idea. You just open your mouth and give shape to a sound. Anyone can sing. Yeah, even though there's rest of the routine. Soprano 2s. 1, 2. Lovely. 3, 4, off. 2. Beautiful. Soprano 2s and altos. Soprano 1s listening. You hearing enough? You should be hearing both Liz and Jan. You should be hearing from behind you. You sound wonderful. Here we go. Everybody sounds wonderful, but she's new, and I can tell that she's here, so. She's used. She's not old. She's lightly used. No, but I heard her last week, and I did hear, oh my God. Here we go. Everybody, same pitch. Altos and soprano 2s. 1, 2. Keep the energy going. And give shake. Oh, shake. Gotta open much wider. Right there, and give shake. Yes. Lovely. Bravo. Anne just said, wow. And she's picky. All right. Anybody who's not afraid of the high note, sing along with soprano one. Soprano one. Here we go, everybody who's not afraid of the high E. 1, 2. One. Three, four, one, off. Okay, so sorry. So N's are our nemesis. Everybody say N. N. Okay, pay attention to what your tongue does. N. Squishes your whole mouth closed. Pay attention to what happens in your nose. And right, it's like your tongue is pushing the sound into your nose. You just can't do it. So when you're singing, your tongue needs to not be squishing to the top, to the roof of your mouth. I'm not doing N. I'm just thinking my nose closed for a little bit. Seriously, try. Alto, sing it an octave lower. Without me? Okay, so the word O-P-E-N, where is the accent? Oh. And yet you are singing. Toss the frisbee. You want, right? Your goal is mouth. The N is just on the way. Yeah, yeah. This is why we did warm up too. Here we go. Lift me once. Refresh the C sharp. Here we go. Good breath. Yeah, right. So much better. So now you have to get into it. Now if you go, oh, it's in the middle. It's not hard. And then you go, oh shoot, E. So you have to prepare the high E on the A. You need to be ready. I'm putting it here where the high note is.
So ironically, you just open your mouth.
Yeah, ironically, yes. Well, no, coincidentally, you just open your mouth. If it said close your mouth, then you had to open your mouth. That would be. Here we go. So from the first note, and if you're not going to remember, write yourself a note in your music. Think like a high note. Think that A like a high note, even though it's not. Ready? 1. Three, four, 1, 2. Yes, see. Got it, because we need a breath for beautiful, beautiful. You are slowing down a little bit, but we know that soprano ones do that.
So
Can I?
Altos have a dotted quarter note on measure 16. What did
Everybody has a dotted quarter note. Everybody has. You got to get out of the way because we start something new. And I don't want that alto note hanging over. If you look at the soprano 1 and 2, they have a little comma there, a lift mark. And so she didn't put one in your part because you have a rest anyway, but I wouldn't want you to hang over. All right. So can I have alto and soprano 1? Soprano 2, sing your part in your head. 1, 2. Good. Beautiful. I'm going home now.
what's beautiful? The text.
The text is stunning. We read, I think you missed it. We read it. The first lesson that we did this, we read the whole text. And I will be doing a text and context on this in June. And I hope I will invite Andrea Ramsey because I would love for her to come and talk to us if she will do it for free, which I don't know. All right, soprano 1 and soprano 2 to give you another chance to remember. Be careful, soprano 1s. Oh, Pena, just keep it going. 1, 2. Off, 2. One more time. So alto, soprano 2s. You just open your mouth. I've said this over and over. When you have repeated notes, it's very challenging. It's sometimes the hardest part in the piece because what you want to do is turn your brain up and go, yeah. You know, go on YouTube and look for the cellist lament. It's about Pachelbel's canon. Dum, bum, 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 bum. If you've ever been to a wedding, half of the couples use it to walk. Yeah, and the cello part, dum, bum, bum. Remember how many times? Dum, bum, bum. It depends how big the church is or the synagogue. They repeat it 27,000 times, and it's hard. It's hard to keep repeating the same thing over and over. Soprano 2s, you are holding, their parts together are beautiful, but when you add the middle, it gives it a whole extra seasoning. That repeated note is really important. So listen in your and notice, even though you're singing the same note and you're thinking about all this other stuff, try to notice how that same note feels different when they sing a different note because it's changing. Okay? Soprano 1, soprano 2, soprano 1s, listen to them. You listen to yourself and them, and you listen to them. You sound amazing. Eden, we're never letting you leave. That's it. Here we go. 1, 2. Hear that? How nice it is when we come together. Beautiful. I could hear you listening. I could hear you listening. Play one of the seconds for that. It doesn't matter which one. Mouth. Okay? So that's when we have two notes that are close together. Some people call them crunchy notes. Okay? It's like a do and a re together, or a T and a do together, and it creates tension. You create the tension. They're beautiful, but your part is what creates the tension. 3 parts together. Here we go. 1, 2. Wonderful. Well, okay, back to the beginning. Beautiful. It is sounding so, so, so beautiful. I know. One more time. One more time. Here we go. From the beginning until that, the 2 pages, and then they have to go and we'll all cry. Here we go. I'm trying, you know what? You want to hear it with the piano part? You want her to play her part? She's going to play her part. We're starting right where you come in. Lock A is important, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1. Don't slow down. Anyone can sing. Turn the page. Aren't you glad you stayed for one more time? Oh, my goodness. Yes, Jan.
Can you tell me when, on 9, I can't, I don't know, it's really high for me. That,
It's everybody singing the same note.
well, I mean, in measure 9.
Yes, measure 9. Everybody's singing the same note. Yeah, everybody sing bye. See you next week. You just know, you just know. And I don't think you have the low G.
Okay,
It'll be fine.
all right,
It'll be fine. If you need to, if we could work one-on-one if you need.
okay.
Good. Migrasu. That yours, Sherry? Yes. Good. Okay. Michal and Barb, maybe get rid of that chair where Louisa was and come join Lainey so she's not all by herself. And Tatiana, yeah, Mimi, why don't you go? It sounds so good with you over there. But Mimi, why don't you join Tatiana so she's not in offside right now? Man, we love these new voices. Yay. You too, Liz. Awesome. I'm so happy. All right. So look at measure 55 or the bottom of the page, right? You have rest on measure 55. So notice that on the first 2 pages, right, we have sopranos and altos. And now you turn the page and we have 4 parts. So the soprano 1s will sing soprano 1, the soprano 2s will sing soprano 2, alto 1. So Jan and Liz, with this, you're alto 1 and alto 2. Okay, so you have time, but just write yourself a little something there so that you know which line you're going to. Now, what I would like is for Neely to play, let's see, never mind. Measure 56 through measure 64. Soprano 1 and soprano 2 are singing exactly the same thing. And alto 1 and alto 2 are singing exactly the same thing. So mark that for yourself. I put a bracket around the altos and a bracket around the sopranos and wrote that it's unison so that you know that you're singing the same thing. And where we split is at measure 65. Soprano 1s go up. Alto 2s sing the same note as the soprano 1s and the soprano 2s. And now for a little bit of time in measure 65 and the downbeat of 66, soprano 2 and alto 1 are singing the same thing. So it's really 3 parts here. Okay. Jen, do you not have the score? All right, then we're gonna wait for you because I don't want you to get lost. Neely, could you please play soprano 2 and alto 1 from 56 to 64? There, it's easy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just still there. Okay, so it's really just 2 parts. It's soprano and alto, just like we did on the previous page. Okay, got where we are, Jan? You're on. Go to the page 3. Measure from measure 56. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just let's do that bit now. All right. Everybody on an alto line, pick an alto 1 or an alto 2. They're exactly the same right now. But alto 1, sing on the alto 1 line so you know where the heck you're looking at. And I would take a highlighter and highlight your part on this page, because if you look then on the next page, it squishes back down to 3 parts, right? And then at the bottom of the page, it opens up to 4 parts. I didn't write it. He wrote it. I just edited it so that it had Hebrew. All right. So everybody on the alto part at measure 56 on doo-doo. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Yeah. And were I singing this, or were I an organized director, I would have written in my score 1, 2, 1, 2, so that I don't do that again. All right. Sopranos, 1 and 2. Same thing. 1, 2, 1. So you need wide open there on that high G. And if not everybody can do the high G, I will move you to soprano 2. All right, let's try put it together, okay? This is the first look. We have listed. This is the first time everybody's looking at this. All right, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, don't stay on there too long. Okay, so everybody. Measure 63. 1, 2, 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 1, da. 1 and 2 and 1 and da. All right, so now looking at 65, you see that the soprano one has a high note, right? And then the lower 3 voices have the same note, right? And that soprano 1 and alto 2, the 2 middle parts are the same, right? They're the same for 65. They're the same for the first note of 66. And then the second note of 66, alto 1, you pair up with the alto 2s again. Okay, so really alto 1, you're he's moving you back and forth, so you're never going too low or too high. Okay, so you sing together with the alto 2 in 67, and then in 68, you're back with the soprano 1, 2. And then in 70, you're back with the second half of 70 and 71 and 72, you're back with the alto 2s. And then 73, you're back with the soprano 2s. Yeah, my only point is it's always 3 parts. You're always with somebody. So it was really written to make it not uncomfortable for your voice. That's the only reason he's doing this. You okay? Okay, good. So what we're going to do at 65, everybody's going to be in alto 1. Everybody in alto 1 on doo-doo. Ready? 1, 2. Just that much. Again, everybody on alto 1. Here we go. 2, 1, 2. Okay, Neely, could you please play at 65 to where we had the 74, soprano 2 and alto 1. And I want you to notice when it's the same and when it's different, because it's going to be important to know who your partner's with. Ready? less confusing to hear it than to explain it. Okay, so can we sing, everybody sing it, who's not going to get confused, sing the soprano too? And who has the F? Here we go. Pick apart, alto 1 or soprano 2. Everybody singing something. Here we go. 1, 2. So far, so good? So far, so good. Okay, alto 2, same place. Could you please neatly play alto 1 and alto 2? And again, listen when you, so as you can imagine, the falling thing, when you're not with them, you're with them. Okay, here we go. Together with the altos, with the soprano 2, with the altos, with the soprano 2. Okay, starting to make sense? If not, please tell me. I'll say it again. I'm happy to say it again. All right, alto 2. Everybody singing alto 2. 1, 2. Okay, alto 1, alto 2, soprano, pick apart. Here we go. 3, 1, 2. Okay, okay. Add the soprano 2s. Just the 3 of you, but it's okay. You have an anchor. Here we go. 1, and soprano 1s, pick apart. 1, 2. Good. Soprano 1s. You're not, well, you're with the soprano 2s. Can we play soprano 1 and soprano 2 from 65? Here we go. 1, 2. Listen. Together. Together. Yeah, if you can't, if you hum, then the people who are listening can't hear. Okay. Singing soprano 1s on soprano 1. So there's not a lot of what you're doing that's different from the soprano 2. There's very little. And give me that high G. And that's it, you're done. Basically. Okay? Here we go. Soprano 1s. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, ah. So it's relax. Okay, I feel tension in your necks. And you can't sing high G with tension in your neck. You need to stand and stand. If you don't want to sing the high G, don't sing the high G. All we need is one person. And if it's just Eden and Ann, that's fine too. You know. One breath. Soprano 1 and 2, here we go. 1, 2. Four parts. Are you confused? Oh, okay. Starting at 65. Yeah. So you can hear it's for the most part, except for the occasional high G, it's very singable. It's very predictable, right? It's easy to predict what's going to come next. Okay, fake away. I think, Neely, you have everything in the piano part except for the high G. I think. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2. Okay, good. Back up to 56. This is all we're doing today. This is all we're doing. Here we go. 56. Slower. 1, 2, 1. Good, good. That's it. This is not instant. We're not going to learn this instantly. Valley. I'm still okay. Are you still okay? Bonnie, raise your hand. Bonnie is our treasurer. You're bright red. Drink some water. Bonnie is our treasurer. If you haven't paid your membership dues, sorry, we can't call them dues. They have tax repercussions. If you haven't paid your membership, your music fee, then please do so. This helps pay for the music.
If you're not sure, I have a list.
Yeah, if you're not sure if you want to pay by credit card, you can go on our website. If you do that, please make sure you mark in the, you just do the donate thing and make sure you mark that it's your dues. If you want to be billed to pay through PayPal with your Zelle or what have you, well, I think it's through PayPal, then let me know and I'll arrange for you to get a bill. Can we please go to rehearsal E, which is measure 162. 162. We have not looked at this yet this year. I think you're going to have to drive home because as soon as I stop, I'm just going to melt into a puddle. So exciting. It's so exciting, really, hearing the sound. It's just like, okay, so this part, measure 162, rehearsal E, the Valley Awakens. Okay, so holding the together as one, holding the together as one, holding the together as one. There you go. Not worried about more than that. So, A, this is fast. I would like it to be like holding the together as one, holding. So what do we do about the N on the word one? Wah. 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 You don't have time to do an N. You give me the D. Holding the together as one, holding the together as one, holding the one. As soon as your A, the pitch suffers. B, you're out of tempo. Okay, so if we can please speak it under tempo. 1, 3. So, and when I conduct this, when we get it up to tempo, eyes up. Okay, so here's 3. Holding the 2. That's not what I'm going to do because it's together as one. Holding the together as one, holding the together as one, holding the together as one. Together. Yeah, no time. Okay, so, and we are singing this whole page unison. We split on the next, sorry, you have a different, on this, where we're singing until measure 173 is when we split. Unless you have the piano part, you have it on fewer pages than me. Okay, under tempo. 1, 2, 3. Holding the earth together as one. Wah, wah. Together as wah. Holding is almost holding. Holding, because holding. Just think the L and you'll hear enough. If you hear enough of it, you don't need to go holding. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. He's not a vocalist. He writes for musical theater mostly, so it's different. 1, 2, 3. Holding the earth together as one. Okay, can you memorize that? Holding the earth together as one, right? Look at me. 1, 2. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Change pitch n. And there you get to do an maybe, because we're holding wah for such a long time. Who cares? All right, a little bit faster. Looking at me, don't worry about the music. This is unison. You're going to learn it. If the more you can do this without looking at the music, the easier it is. Holding the here we go. 1, 2. Holding. Like hoeing with the D. Holding the together. You know, if you listen to Cockney, if you listen to Billy Elliot, electricity. Yeah, you drop the consonants. You don't have, if you're, it's done. New York too. And if you watch the Les Mis, see how many ending consonants there are. I'm not going to go so far as to say 0, but not very many. Not very, and there's a lot of words in Les Mis. You can sing the song of angry man. Barely. I mean, holding the earth together as one. 1, 2, 3, go. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Okay, so what comes, this is the beat, right? What comes on the beat? The h or the o? O, and yet ho is not together. Can you play melody softly in our background? 1, 2. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Change off. Okay, without the piano. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the second holding is late. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Okay, it's only 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so now I want it to be a crescendo. So we go. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth. So start again. Okay, because the first one's going to be softest and the second a little louder. But right now I want you to get really soft, exaggeratedly soft, because you're not going to want to after you go that one, oh, you're going to want that loud. So let's practice with our speaking voices. Holding the earth together and shoot it. Holding the earth together and shoot it. Holding the earth together. Crescendo. Change pitch 1, 5. Yeah? Give us a D. Oh, under tempo. We're going to slow it back down again. So first we're going to get the rhythm accurate so that we've got 1. Yeah, Wah. Wah. It's a shot. Holding. 1, 2. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, sorry, we needed to do those notes. So soprano ones, you got your note, it's the same note. And soprano twos, I heard you get your note. And altos, I heard you get your note too. So yeah.
Yeah, I just want to put them.
Holding the earth together as one. Right? It's that's the alto is less. Play the alto. Earth together as one. So it's a suspension, very similar to what you had in Anyone Can Sing. Okay, one more time. Here we go. As much as the more you can do by heart, the better. 1, 2, 3, 1. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Off. 1. I'm going to shorten it because it's going to be faster. Here we go. Deep. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. Holding the earth together as one. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done. Yeah. I only left out 2 songs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Next week we will take a break. We are, we are meeting next week. So Sunday after this is the 23rd, which is our If Not Now, When meeting with the folks from Colorado Springs, and our moderator is coming, and we have a lovely program scheduled.